Be Quiet and Drive Far Away by Deftones. The song is in drop C sharp, which from top to bottom goes C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, D sharp. There's one guitar in the song. And if you'd like to download any multi-tracks or backing tracks for the song, please go to the website listed down in the description, where you will find all the additional downloadable materials, as well as the performance parts of this video. The reason it's not part of this main video here on YouTube anymore is that YouTube flags my videos for copyright infringement. And to avoid any further issues, I'm storing the performance part on a separate website, which can be accessed through the link in the description. The material is there, everything is free, so don't hesitate to go on that website. We'll be going straight into the tutorial part. Right, so there are 5 different parts in the song. The structure is quite random, so I'm just going to show you those different parts, and you, without doubt, will easily figure out when to play which part when you play along the song, or when you listen to the song. So first, there's the intro part. 2 chords. First one is this. I recognized it, huh? So it's a 7 on string 4, 9 on string 3, and 9 on string 2. So. Second chord is the same chord, just shifted to 12, 14, 14. So, and then you just strum them just like you hear in the song. It's really easy. And so on. Now, sometimes because if you're performing that song live and in front of an audience, you don't really want to screw it up, because you're the only instrument that's playing, and everyone knows the song. Well, a lot of people do, at least, and you don't want to screw it up. And with this slide, you can, considering that it's fret 12 and 14, it's quite narrow, so and it's gonna sound shitty. Sorry. So to avoid that, you can either play it like this, but there's no slide in this way, and again, there's a possibility of it sounding bad. So you can just shift everything 1 string up. And you can play it this way. It helps a little bit in terms of you can slide it until you hit. Of course, it depends on your guitar, but in some guitars, unfortunately not this one that I have, but the one I played this song before, and you slide and then you hit this, you hit the body of the guitar. You hit this cut, and it just stops you from going any further. So I was playing the song 1 string up, and if you would like to do that, I'm going to show you the frets right now. So it's strings 5, 4, and 3, and the frets are 12, 14, 13. That's for the first chord, and then for the second, shift that to 17, 19, 18. So you can either go or even, I don't know why would you do that, but anyway, that just gives you a few possibilities. Depends on your situation. So yeah, that's it for the intro part. Now the hard intro part, I guess. It consists of 2 components, the octave chord and the power chord. Here's the first component. it's a chord of 0 on string 6, 9 on string 5, and 11 on string 3. See, those 9 and 11, they make up an octave chord. And the string 4 is muted. It is not being played. I'll call this the octave chord, even though there's a 0 on string 6 and that does not make an octave chord. But an octave chord is involved in there, so I'm just going to be calling that the octave chord from now on. Yeah, that's how it sounds. So that's the first component, and then the second is a power chord on string 6, fret 9, which is 999. And then there's this occasional switch to a single strike of the chord 1099. So the way you play it is you just sometimes press down on fret 10 of the string 6. Yeah. So yeah, now the two components, they follow each other. So first you have the octave chord. So on. So for the octave chord in this part, each time before hitting the octave chord, I press the string 5 and 3, where the octave chord is, down. But then after I played it, I lift it back up, so it would be muted. So you see. I'm going to show you from the side so you'd see that I'm actually pressing it down. See? So I press it down, lift it up, press it down, lift it up, wherever I need. I never mute the 0 on string 6 though. I just mute the octave chord. I don't hold down the strings all the time. That's kind of important. Because in the next part that I'm going to show you, it makes a little bit of a difference. Because the next part is very similar to the previous one. In fact, the notes are the same and the rhythm is the same. It's just how you play it that's changed. Just what I was talking about just now. This part is usually played during the verses along with the lyrics. In this part, I wouldn't keep the octave in the previous part. I'm sorry. I wouldn't keep the octave chord pressed down all the time, but in this part I do. And the emphasis of this part is on strings 6 and 5. And by emphasis I mean that those are going to be struck every single time, whereas string 3 will just be occasionally struck. And the second component is the same as in the previous part. So yeah, it goes. So as you can see, there's a difference between the first part. Again, I'm going to show you from the side. And then the second part. See, the second time, the fingers are just there and pressing down the strings constantly, nothing going on there, nothing funny. And that is the second part, which is, compared to the first one, it's a bit more just kind of toned down, if you will. Now the next part, again, is very similar to the previous two, but I'd say it's the heaviest sounding of them. Again, nothing but the manner in which you play it changes in this part. Here in the first component, the emphasis is on the octave chord. Here, the zeros on string 6 and the octave chord are never played at the same time together. They're played separate, isolated. And the octave chord is also slightly bended. So the way it sounds is... That is it. So when I play the octave chord, I mute the string 6 with either my second or my third finger. Depends on how I hold the octave chord, and of course depends on how you guys personally do it. For people who do it, who hold the octave chord down like this, I don't know, maybe people like that exist, I haven't seen. But anyway, you'll be muting the 0 with the index finger. Yeah? And now... but the way I play this octave chord like this, so I can mute it with my middle finger. I actually do a combination of the two. I mute them with both of my fingers. I don't know why, but it's just what happens. Anyhow, and yeah, remember to bend the octave chord. Just slightly, not that drastically, but you'll hear it. And again, the second component is the same. Oh, and by the way, the way you isolate the 0, because I said that the 0 is and the octave chords are never played at the same time, they're both isolated. 0, the way you isolate the 0 is simply by not pressing down the octave chord and just strumming. There's only a 0 that's being played. Yeah, I like that. And now the final part, that is the breakdown, I suppose. You play 2 open power chords on string 6, and then 3 muted strums. You can mute the strums so it sounds almost exactly the same as in the original by holding the finger over the fret 5, and do the strums. I believe that's what you can hear. That's what you can hear in the recording. Might be wrong, but it sounds pretty similar. So we shall do that. So yeah, you play. Then you play the open chords again. And this time for the strums, you move finger to fret 4. And the third time you move back to 5. And on the fourth time you play, again, all power chords are all on string 6. 2, 3, 5. Just like that. There's a slide from 2 to 3, by the way. Watch the right hand. There are 2 slides actually. Yeah, I just found that out. Slide from 4 to 5 as well. You can see I'm only strumming. Well, during the slide, I'm only strumming it once, and then. So yeah, the whole part, the breakdown part, sounds like this. What I did there in the middle, instead of doing the strums, on the third time, instead of the muted strums, you play palm muted zeros. Same rhythm, just you play the palm muted. And that is it. All the parts are covered. Now it's up to you where you play each of those 3 similar parts. You can hear the differences in them in the original song quite distinctly, so just trust your hearing. So yeah, But anyway, you can watch the performance part of this for this song by following the link in the description to another website where I have the performance video up, along with all the multi-tracks that can be downloaded, all the practice tracks that you can, of course, practice to, with the click, without the click. Yeah, all the additional materials are on there, so please go check it out. The whole website was done for you guys to freely and easily access all that information and all that materials. So again, link in the description. Go there. But as for the song, we're done. Good luck with it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.